electric vehicles.
Tesla.
China.
This is Congo, the second largest country in Africa, formerly known as Zaire. If we map out all the mines in Congo, it looks like this. And all of these are cobalt mines, and most of the cobalt mines are run by China. This story is more extensive than it seems. We will use new materials like cobalt as we shift from unsustainable energy resources to greener, more environmentally friendly and sustainable ones, changing how we make and use energy traditionally. So, the question is, who will control these new valuable materials in the future, and how will they use that control? What is happening here is yet another instance of a global superpower, China, exerting its influence by acquiring control over the majority of the valuable resources in an undeveloped country. This trend, if not addressed, could lead to a monopolistic control over the supply chain. Let's dive into the world of cobalt. This unamusing blue mineral that was mere pigment for ceramics has emerged as a game changer. Its adaptability is evident and is used in airbags, hard metals, porcelain, and more. However, the advancement of electric vehicles has truly propelled its importance. The demand for cobalt has skyrocketed, catapulting its prices to an unprecedented levels over the past decade. But first, let's understand Congo. Congo is a resource-rich country that sits on top of many valuable materials, and Congo is accountable for roughly 70% of the cobalt production. But despite Congo's rich resources, it can't take advantage of this wealth because it has been plundered by outsiders for centuries, whether it's stealing, slavery, or slaughtering. The new hot commodity is not rubber or diamonds, it's cobalt. A blue mineral that was used to make ceramics to turn blue is now an essential element in the growing world of electric vehicles.
The Tesla chief Elon Musk has met government officials in Beijing.
Tesla is the world's most valuable car company.
So, how did the substance that made the ceramics blue become so crucial to electric car batteries? At first, lithium was the main ingredient in an electric car battery. But as more and more car companies are trying to make their cars go longer and further without exploding, cobalt is a fantastic material that helps regulate heat and volatility, which has resulted in significant advancements for electric vehicles for the past decade. So, how is China controlling most of the cobalt mines? It turns out, China has been investing in Congo since the early 2000s, in exchange for friendships, resources, and more. This move has given China a significant advantage in the global electric vehicle market, as it now controls a large portion of the cobalt supply. And here's a quote from an expert that Politico interviewed. China is not processing that refined cobalt to export to the United States to support your electric vehicle revolution. They're going to make cheap cars themselves, and the best you can hope for is that they'll export cheap cars to you. It is obvious that they are doing this to monopolize this proliferating market. Although some countries did benefit from the Chinese money and sped up the development of their country, this also gave China the power to assert its influence in their country as they are funded by China. And you see no regard for worker safety, child labor, and workers dying routinely on the job in the mines. But perhaps the biggest contradiction of all is that cobalt is a finite resource. Also, the extraction and processing of cobalt have severe environmental consequences. These including deforestation to make way for mining operations, contamination of water sources due to toxic chemicals, and exploitation of local communities. These practices contribute significantly towards climate change and biodiversity loss. And you've got countries competing for resources and power, further exacerbating the situation. So, what role can we as individuals play in reducing our demand for valuable materials like cobalt? Well, we can simply opt for public transport or walking. Those are the most effective and simplest ways you can do to reduce our demand on valuable materials like cobalt. Also, there are alternative solutions other than electric vehicles, such as hydrogen-powered vehicles. Hydrogen can be produced from renewable sources, making it a clean and abundant energy source. Unlike electric cars, which require the mining and processing of rare earth metals like cobalt, hydrogen-powered vehicles do not require these materials, leading to less pollution and fighting over resources. And refueling takes a few minutes, just like a combustion car, and doesn't need much maintenance like an electric vehicle. However, refueling stations are still in their early stages. Unlike charging infrastructure, which has matured in the UK, on the other hand, China has hundreds of refueling stations, and more are being built at a lightning pace to keep up with the revolution, indicating the commitment to this alternative, underscoring the potential of hydrogen-powered vehicles in shaping the future of sustainable transportation. This is one of many viable options, inspiring us with the possibilities of a greener future. Additionally, recycling electric vehicle batteries can help extend the lifespan of this valuable material. And by doing so, we can contribute to a more sustainable future. But why should we care about climate change? Well, it's because we care about animals, nature, and people. It's also because we care about human qualities, suffering from the consequences of exploitation done by us. And I believe the story does not depict a cleaner future, but instead highlights the issues that must be addressed to achieve a cleaner future.